Moving on from exclamation, we move on to imperative, and the imperative is basically giving an order or an instruction. So you could say, sit down. You can say it nicely as well, you don't have to say it aggressively. Sit down, or peel the potatoes, or get in the car, or you now need to add the tea bag to the boiling water as an instruction, something like that. So giving an order is an imperative. Imperative means it has to be done. So there's your next one, imperative. Move on to informal language, which, as I've said here, could also be called slang or colloquialism or colloquial language. Here we've got it, using language which is not formal, maybe not even grammatically correct, but it's the way you might speak to friends or family. It's not the way that you would write in a formal letter to the government or the council or a job application or anything like that. Informal language, not necessarily exactly correct. Examples here like, hi mate, or we're going to go to the party, my sister's a pain in the neck. These sorts of things that you wouldn't use in a formal setting. One of the old favourites here, metaphor. A comparison in which one thing is said to be another. It doesn't use like or as, it just says it is something. So the examples that I've given you here, she is a walking dictionary. We know she's not a dictionary that walks, but it's giving us that idea that she knows a lot of words. He has a heart of gold. Clearly he doesn't have a heart of gold or it wouldn't work, but it's trying to give the impression that this person is very, very kind. And another sort of example, education is your passport to employment. It's not a passport, but it will help you get employment. Metaphor. Onomatopoeia, the sound words, and that's what it can also be known as, sound words. If you're stuck, you can't remember the whole long one, sound words will do it. Onomatopoeia names a sound, but it also sounds like the sound that it names. And the examples that I can give you there, bang, fizz, splash, crash, all those sounds that the word sounds like them. Onomatopoeia, or sound words. Moving on, repetition. Does what it says on the tin. Repeating a word or phrase. It's usually done to emphasise some sort of idea or to make something stick in your head. For example, it took hours and hours to reach our destination. The sun glowed, the sun growled, the sun was angry. We know that's about the sun because it repeats it. And from the well-known song, which is let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. You hear it at Christmas time again and again every time you go to a shop. But repetition, repeating a word or a phrase, maybe to emphasise a point or an idea.